Hello friends, how are you all? Hope you all are staying fine. Here in Australia, kids were having their term break, which means they had school holidays, which also means that they had very little to do. My kids were getting super bored. So, in order to brighten up things, I decided to cook their favorite meal for the entire day. We discussed and made a list. Luckily, most of the items were those which I wouldn't prepare during Ramadan. I really enjoyed this. For those of you who haven't tried this out, please do try it out and experience the changes in your kids. Let's get started. For breakfast, Haya opted puri bhaji. In order to make the bhaji, I chopped 2 potatoes and let them cook in a pressure cooker by adding salt and water. To make the puri, I used 1.5 cups of wheat flour. I used this brand of multigrain atta which says it contains corn, barley, Bengal gram, soya, oats, millet and rice along with wheat. Into the flour, I added 1 tablespoon of rava or semolina, 1 to 2 tablespoons of maida or all-purpose flour and enough water to knead it into a dough. Once the dough is ready, cover it and keep aside. Now coming back to the bhaji preparation, I heated a pan, added some oil, splattered a few cumin seeds, curry leaves. Once they changed their color, I added 1 chopped onion and some salt. Once the onion changes its color, add turmeric and let it cook in the oil. This definitely adds to the flavor. Adding in the cooked potatoes and mashing it with a spoon. Finally adding some garam masala and coriander leaves. Cover and cook in simmer for a few minutes. Our bhaji is ready. Now this is definitely not an authentic recipe. This is how my mom used to make it and I love it this way. Once the dough is ready, rolling them into small balls and pressing into flat circles. Mine are really small to be more attractive for my kids. You could definitely make bigger ones. When the oil is hot, start frying it. If it doesn't puff up, gently press it with your spoon. Then lower the flame and cook till it changes its color. For lunch, the suggested option was chicken biryani. For that, I did all the prepping so that cooking would be easier. To start off, I soaked 2 to 3 cups of basmati rice in water after washing it. Then I heated a pan, added some rice bran oil and 1 tablespoon of ghee. Fried cashews, raisins and onions required for garnishing. In the same oil, I shallow fried some chicken, which was marinated with chili powder, turmeric powder, garam masala, salt and lemon juice. My aim was to get a nice color on the chicken and not cooking it completely. In the same pan, I added some more ghee, some whole spices, 3 to 4 sliced onions and some salt. Once the onions were cooked halfway through, I added ginger garlic paste and sauteed till the raw smell was gone. Then I added tomatoes. Meanwhile, I had kept some water for boiling to cook the rice. Into it, I added some whole spices and salt. I forgot to mention that I had soaked the rice for not more than 15 minutes as it can break while cooking. Getting back to the masala, I added coriander and mint leaves, lemon juice and the fried chicken. After mixing and tasting, I added some more turmeric powder, garam masala and salt. I didn't make it too spicy as I wanted my kids to eat it to their heart's content. When the rice was cooked up to 70%, I started layering it over the masala. My aim was to cook the rest in the steam from chicken. For enhancing flavor, I had soaked some saffron in milk. Sprinkling some chopped coriander, mint leaves, garam masala and ghee over the rice. Added the next layer and repeated the same steps. Over the last layer, also added the fried onions, raisins and cashews and also the saffron soaked in milk. Cover and cook for at least 20 to 25 minutes or till your entire house smells of biryani. Now this is how it looks when you open it after 30 minutes. Our biryani is ready to dig in. We were kind of full that day, so decided to prepare the rest the next day. The weather was so good that we wanted to do something outside and they had opted for chocolate cupcakes, so decided to make the batter from our backyard. While baking, I always replace butter with this. This is nothing but the spread that we use while toasting bread. I accidentally used this when I ran out of butter and noticed that my cake turned out super soft. Ever since, I have been using this while baking. After adding the spread, added sugar and mixed using a fork. My intention was to get the kids involved and let them have fun. Then added the eggs. Adding the dry ingredients, that is self-raising flour and cocoa powder through a sieve in order to incorporate more air. This is my second must-do tip to get soft cakes. Adding some apple cider vinegar into milk to curdle it and later pour that into the batter. Our batter is ready. Lightly greasing the muffin tray. For dinner, Haya's choice was spaghetti. I had a tray of turkey mincemeat, so I thought I'd make some meatball spaghetti. For that, I took some mincemeat and lightly marinated it with turmeric powder, chili powder, all purpose flour, coriander leaves, garam masala, and breadcrumbs. Mixing it and let it to rest for some time. Meanwhile, cooking the spaghetti in hot water with some salt. After 5 minutes of cooking, drain it. We don't want it to be overcooked. Shaping the mincemeat into lemon-sized balls. Once the meatballs are ready, shallow fry them. Once they have lightly changed color on all sides, drain them from oil, or else it will get harder. Into the same oil, I added 1 chopped onion and some ginger garlic paste. Chopped some beans and carrots in a chopper and also added that into the onions. Blended a few tomatoes in a blender and also added that into the rest of the mixture. Cover and cook for some time. After that, I added a little bit of turmeric powder and some chili powder. After some more cooking, added the meatballs. I let the meatballs soak in the sauce for some time and then added the cooked spaghetti. Tossed it, covered it and let it simmer for some time. Honestly speaking, it was a bit too spicy that my kids kept drinking water. But I liked it, though not a spaghetti lover. That's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching it, and if you liked it, please do subscribe. Bye for now.